तो फिरोज भाई ऑलवेज सेज के ओवर एक्टिंग नहीं होनी चाहिए, डोंट मेक जोक आउट ऑफ योर सेल्फ एंड डोंट डू ओवर द टॉप कॉमेडी.
I want to straight off the bat speak about the major trailers that have dropped this week of casting choices that look like the scene from Bhagam Bhag as characters rush towards a car. We had spoken about the dependence of Hindi cinema on franchises and how leading men like Akshay Kumar and Ajay Devgan seem to be on a rampage to revive every dead franchise that exists. Even projects that absolutely had no business in being renewed for another installment are being shot in exorbitant prices, ultimately released, and the makers often are surprised on why people are not stepping into the theatre for them. First, let's speak about the trailer of Welcome to the Jungle. This is a franchise that honestly had no business being revived after the first film. I mean, a perfectly entertaining film with iconic characters of Majnu and Uday Bhai, some brilliant music, extremely funny scenes, and just a good time at the movies should have been left to rest. But when Anis Bazmi made the sequel, Akshay Kumar was not roped in and we got John Abraham in the lead with Shruti Hassan instead. The movie was absolutely atrocious, giving Haunted 3D a run for their money of how many sequences can be shot in front of a green screen. It was not even the slightest bit funny, even while having Anil Kapoor and Nana Patekar in the film. It almost made everyone assume that Akshay has severed ties with Anis Bazmi. But what do you do when you are a leading star and are on a mission to speedrun through every franchise that exists? You make sure you create the third film with the most talented director in Hindi cinema instead of Anis Bazmi. Enter Ahmad Khan as director and Farhad Samji as the dialogue writer. The absolute GOAT combination of comedy who consistently provides us experiences that is worth the trip to theatres.
Acha.
India's first 2000 crore ki fake film blasts on the screen, and let's be honest, it seems to be a clear dig at producers who want to bring Indian cinema to the world with absolutely wild numbers and claims. Paresh Rawal and Rajpal Yadav pose as presumably a writer-director duo. You ask me how I know this besides them pitching their idea in the first scene? Well, it's because they have a cross sling bag. The rules of optics are, if you have a sling bag that crosses your body to emulate a jhola, you are a writer, add to that a kurta, and every actor is listening to your narration. Now the introduction of the trailer. I think it's important to note where the audio is essentially presenting the entire ensemble cast. You would think, oh wow, this is such a cool idea, right? Finally, the makers of the movie are not only mentioning the leads of the movie, but are giving everyone screen time in the trailer. My assessment of the introduction specifically is the Team Funk music you may have been hearing if you are a football fan on Instagram, where the edits are associated with exhilarating music. The entire team is introduced. Through my editor, I got to know that you can easily place the same tune and through an AI generator just change the names introduced. This is exactly what has been done. The idea is not novel at all, but just an extension of what we have seen with football fans celebrating their favorite team and its players. Akshay Kumar is described in the trailer as an actor who was on the top back in the day. Essentially, he is a has-been, and I swear to God, the state of film journalism is so abysmal in this country that when a journalist asked Akshay why in the film it is said that he is a flop actor, he had to go out of his way and explain to the journalist that the character that he is playing is a flop actor and that the makers were not referencing him in real life.
Sure, you are a smart person. Whenever you watch a movie, एक फिल्म के एक किरदार के हिसाब से देखते हैं, कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से देखते हैं. तो प्लीज उसके लिए धन्यवाद कि आपको बुरा लगा, लेकिन इसको इतना सीरियसली ना लो.
How can one not realize this while you are stepping in for a film and you are a journalist? It blows my mind. Another aspect of the film, I can't believe I'm defending this movie in some regards at this point. I want to come out and already say that I found it absolutely cringe. But in defense of the movie, there is a song called Ghiss Ghiss Ghiss, which is being heavily trolled by social media users on X when it first released on what is Akshay Kumar doing? Why is he making a fool of himself? Why is he dancing on this Bhojpuri song with these cheap expressions? Not realizing that the gag is exactly that. The gag of the song is that the man has become a flop actor, and to hold on to any kind of relevance, he is saying yes to everything that is being offered to him, even B-grade Bhojpuri films. So the choreography, expressions, and the ultimate performance of the song is intentionally cringe because it represents an actor who is down and out. I don't want to be the guy who is saying, come on guys, understand the context of scenes, but I think it has become necessary at this point where one is not considering it at all and is outraging completely out of context. I want to get the good out of the way because most of it is terrible to sit through, but I love that Akshay Kumar is making self-referential, self-deprecatory jokes with his obsession with money. This was presented in the teaser too, where Akshay is just about to give up on the film only for his secretary or brother Tushar to remind him of the crores they are making. Akshay hilariously states, "Hamesha paisa beech mein aa jata hai." Another self-referential joke I liked from the trailer was how Akshay and Raveena are arguing. Disha feels threatened by the presence of Raveena Tandon, only for Jacqueline to question why she is in the film in the first place, and for the obvious answer to drop that she is here for the glamour. It's a sad but accurate reflection of insecurity among actors and the sorry state of what commercial cinema does with women in lead roles. What's however sad is that it's very clear that Anil Kapoor and Nana Patekar wanted nothing to do with this film, so the only way the makers could improvise was to cast the brothers of Majnu and Uday Bhai, and we have Arshad Varsi and Sunil Shetty playing these roles. Gangsters of influence, I presume, who want to be a part of the movie. With all the women appearing on screen, I genuinely can't with Jacqueline's blonde wig. It's absolutely hilarious on how it's holding on to her scalp for dear life. Lara Datta, by the way, I believe is an extremely underrated comedic actor, but she is mostly offered slop with Akshay Kumar, which is a sad state of her capability not being channelized in something genuinely funny. As the film's trailer is 4 minutes long, the adat of Bollywood filmmakers to reveal the entire plot of the movie continues, and what does the film present? A cast and crew shooting in dense jungles only for them to come head to head with a rebel group as they assume that it's actually the armed forces that have landed up there. I wonder where a similar plot was explored. Those who deny the similarities with Tropic Thunder are absolutely tripping because the similarities are uncanny. Ben Stiller playing the role of Tug Speedman, just like Akshay Kumar, also plays a has-been action star. With added costs and pressure of the production team to wrap shooting, the director of the film puts the entire cast in an actual jungle to shoot the film guerrilla style. In the midst of all of this, the Wayne cast also comes in conflict with a heroin gang, much like how the cast of Welcome to the Jungle will come in conflict with Jackie Shroff and the bandit riding on horses who appears in the film. It's wild. With all the information available, with all the access we have to film, the makers assume we can't create this obvious parallel. I hate that they ruined one of my favorite songs from the original Welcome, Uncha Lamba Kad. It's just an iteration of Akshay Kumar being consistent for over 2 decades, but the women opposite him not only changing but getting progressively younger too. The worst line from the trailer genuinely has to be the interaction with Akshay Kumar and Daler Mehndi. The lines are not funny and Daler Mehndi's dialogue delivery is even worse. The man is ideal for a banger Punjabi track, not Hindi dialogues. The chaos of how they tackle this gang and run away safe is of course the plot, but my expectations are going to be extremely low for this one. I mean, Akshay Kumar and Ajay Devgan are acting like Ash at this point, collecting Pokemons like their life depends on it, and I just had processed the trailer of Welcome to the Jungle that suddenly out of nowhere another forced installment appears, Dhamaal 4, which looks absolutely insane from a scale and budget POV. The first movie from this franchise was something that I had seen in school, a clear rip-off of It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World, and sequences from this movie were hilarious. I remember watching scenes specifically on cable television and laughing my ass off on how intentionally silly it was. However, progressively this franchise has become louder, irritating and less funny. Over a period of time, what has also become extremely clear is that Dhamal, at least since the last film, now is intentionally only catered to children. But I must say there is a lot of issues I have with the pitch and content that these movies push while being catered to kids. If you had the misfortune of watching the previous Dhamal titled Total Dhamal, this is where an entire change of the cast took place with actors like Ajay Devgan, Madhuri Dixit and Anil Kapoor joining the party. This is where a complete shift took on the pitch of the movie, catered mostly to slapstick physical comedy with a lot of integration of CGI animals. This is where the shift to cater to only children took place and the movie became a hit. One of the only reasons why it gets renewed for another film, even if it is after 7 years. Dhamal 4 is essentially a kid's ride in Disneyland. It will hugely depend on physical comedy. Think about a globe-trotting movie to find the treasure, but the pitch of the comedy is essentially physical, like, the Laurel and Hardy movies or the Three Stooges, where the joke is not how creative the line is, but the joke is how one slaps someone, how Home Alone style one gets electrocuted, or how one gets pantsed. It's juvenile humor, intentionally so, which can be done well, but I honestly was was watching this entire trailer with just a straight face. One successful stint at the movies and they churn out the same actor in every franchise like there is no tomorrow. Upendra Limai Animal के बाद ऐसे फटे हैं that he seems to be cast in everything now and sadly being typecast too. Arshad Varsi is the real Alu of Bollywood right now, a part of every franchise that exists, and we usually associate with Ajay Devgan's heroines consistently changing in his career, but lately it has become clear that his consistent squeeze has become Ravi Kishan, who seems to appear in everything that releases in Hindi cinema today. Ajay is romancing Esha Gupta here while looking at least 5 shades lighter. The editing software upgrades are being absolutely misused at this point, not to enhance the sequences in the film, but to make our heroes look 20 years younger and 5 shades brighter. I hate that Anjali Anand, who is a great actor who I personally loved in Raj Jawan Hai, is essentially used as a punching bag for fat jokes in the trailer. Every single sequence of her in the trailer is about how big and fat she is and how much of an inconvenience that is for Ritesh. Itna bhari saza de diya is just not funny. Ravi Kishan is a pirate looking for the treasure and the madness that follows is the plot of course. Again, the women are the butt of the jokes, with Kishan's girlfriend being the entire crew's favorite, highlighting her promiscuous nature. The amount of money they have invested in this project is wild. I mean, it literally is this globe-trotting Tintin-like adventure movie, and I wonder whether they can justify it in any way with its storytelling quality. The CGI animals continue and the fat jokes never stop. If the genre of a kid's adventure film was not enough, we've got horror too here, and by the end of it, I just got tired of how Ajay Devgan started his career doing the splits on bikes, and almost 35 years later he is doing it on CGI dolphins. Where have we reached from a creative POV? And Bollywood just needs to let go of that fast soundtrack. सिर्फ YouTubers को editing tricks के लिए ये शोभा देती है, not when you've invested hundreds of crores in a project and can't come up with a creative punchline. Ajay Devgan honestly has stopped caring at this point, and it is very clear from the choices he is making. I mean, I had so many expectations from Ajay Devgan as an actor and creator after Tanaji. I thought this man would be extending his idea of the unsung warrior franchise to showcase many forgotten heroes from our history, but the man is on an absolute rampage in doing franchise installments. I mean, if you ever go through Devgan's filmography, you will genuinely feel like it is a numerical code or password because it's just installments. Think about this, the man since 2024, this is just 2 years ago, has done Singham again, Raid 2, Son of Sardar 2, De De Pyar De 2, Dhamaal 4, and his next film is Drishyam 3. You know what he is also doing? He's doing Golmaal 5, and guess what? He is doing it with Akshay Kumar, who is not lagging behind this incessant need to only do franchises. I mean, at least there are some compelling tales in Akshay Kumar's filmography. He has done OMG 2, Kesari Chapter 2, Jolly LLB 3, Houseful 5. I mean, Bhoot Bangla can be inferenced as an original sequel to the first Bhool Bhulaiya. But do you get what I mean? What's become very clear is that both the actors are wanting hits desperately. Ajay Devgan has realized that when he makes an effort to genuinely do something different like Maidan or Runway 34, no one comes to theatres. So let me do as many franchises as possible because, well, they are only exciting audiences today. Akshay Kumar, however, associates his consistent work with hundreds of crew being dependent on him to work at such a regular rate, and I feel like this is the biggest cop-out for mediocre work, while Akshay cashes in huge checks that I work so often because people are dependent on me. I believe his die-hard fans would love him to invest in projects creatively with ample breaks between projects rather than just indulging in franchise cash grabs. I think if both the stars carry on in this autopilot mode, it will severely affect what the audience associates with an Akshay Kumar and Ajay Devgan release. The name should be associated with an event one looks forward to versus just a regular weekend in theaters. Sadly, something that has become the new normal with their movies today. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the Welcome to the Jungle trailer and the Dhamaal 4 trailer. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handles are right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.